Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And I wanted to make a little trilogy here. I figured why not on the whole Logan Paul thing. Uh, I need to address something about his apology video. So I'm going to end it right here. I promise I won't make another video beyond this if it's, because it's going to get a little bit redundant. But I talked a little bit about how I'm concerned about YouTube and the hypocrisy on all sides, but I want to talk more about the apology video. So he put up a video, So Sorry is what it's titled. And so Logan goes on to explain that, that it was unintentional to come upon the body and all that, and he should have cut the camera. And even though I'm still having trouble finding the original footage, they keep taking it down. So I apologize for that. I think I could maybe get a better reaction if I could actually see the video. But what I'm going on is good enough. The information, we all know what he did. He's giggling like a little schoolgirl in the video, and the thing is, he says that this wasn't intentional. See, so you mean to tell me that he's in Japan, he's at the foot of Mount Fuji. They go into this infamous forest where they know that people kill themselves, and he didn't think he was going to find a body. I mean, he could plead ignorance and that okay, maybe they were just visiting Mount Fuji and all that, but I don't really believe that. I believe that he wanted to show something shocking because he still got a lot of views. And people are even saying before they ripped the video down, there were quite a number of views on this video. And the fact that it made it onto the trending list. And once again, Logan finds himself on the trending list, number 7 for his apology video. So his apology itself ranked in a lot of views. That by itself, I mean, that apology video ranked in a lot of views, and it might not be monetized, but the thing is, it's still getting attention to his channel. And what he means, he's going to be better and everything. I think that in a way is a double meaning. Yeah, he might be sorry for what he did, but he's still getting more views for that apology than any other video probably he will ever make to date, because people are going to want to see what is the aftermath of so, and he can't get any more views on the original video since it's obviously been removed. So what is he going to do? He has to like do a follow-up. He's got to explain his actions, and he does, and he's going to rake in a lot of views. It's going to get his more attention to his channel. And even if it's negative attention, there's the old expression, there's no such thing as bad press. If people are talking about you, then that is getting you in the known, and people are going to be talking about you. They're going to be drawing their interest towards you. And that's exactly the case with Logan Paul. I mean, this guy right here, I mean, he did a bad thing and he's still getting attention. And that's what we see. That's what's a really interesting thing about society. We see all these criminals, and like I said in the first video that I made, Logan Paul is by no means a criminal. He's not this he's irredeemable to a certain point, because I'm sorry, but you can't forgive somebody for doing something so moronic. I'm not saying to, hold a grudge against this guy, but he's just some doofus on the internet. So, I'm not going to harp on it too long, but I think it's important that we analyze this situation. So, if anything comes up like this in the future, you kind of know how to react properly to it. People always are drawn to negativity. I don't care what anybody says, positivity, we need more positivity. People are more likely to watch a video if it contains something negative, or if it is like, you could even see it. I even see it with my own content. If it's something positive, people are not interested in watching that. Like, say it's a review on something. People rather see like a negative review than a positive review. That's why people like the AVGN got popular on here. And, that's a positive thing. It's lighthearted, it's comedy, but people rather see somebody ripped to shreds rather than be praised. I mean, that's the God's honest truth. So, we want to see Logan Paul ripped to shreds. We want to see him get his ass handed to him by the YouTube community. We don't want to see really this guy prosper, especially after what he did. But, people want to see this guy squirm. They want to see negative things happen to him. I've seen worse things. I mean, I don't I can't even count how many times I saw somebody write, "Oh, I want to punch this guy in the face." It's like I don't want anything to happen to this guy. First of all, like he didn't do anything to harm somebody else, then I could kind of see having that animosity towards him. But he just did something really foolish. It's something that went against the guidelines here on YouTube. And what drives me so crazy about this story is the fact that YouTube seems to take their guidelines so seriously. But okay, so the video wasn't monetized. I want to clear that up. I might have said that in the first video. I said this guy is profiting off of it. But even if that video is not monetized, it still was a big draw. People are obviously going to watch the video because you have that infamous backdrop that the video takes place in. And that's going to make people want to watch his other content. If you didn't know Logan Paul before, you know him now. And chances are you're going to hang around his channel for a little bit. Now, of course, so a lot of people will be disgusted, but there's also people defending him. I think there's more people bashing him than defend him. But here's the other thing, what I've done a little bit more research on the guy. His audience are young kids. It's like PewDiePie. It's young kids mostly. Um, and so why would he put out a video with such content? Maybe he was trying to broaden his horizons. Maybe he was trying to come up with new content to draw on other people, but this was definitely not the way to do it. I don't know who would want to watch a video with a dead body unless somebody had a couple of screws loose. But let's analyze the apology video and what was said. So, I already talked about how he said that he kind of didn't know what he was going to find. You go into a suicide forest, do you think you kind of know what you're going to find there, Logan? I mean, it's quite apparent you know what you're going to find when you do something like that. You know pretty much what you're not gonna find like a ice cream cake walking in there. What did you think you were gonna see? Why are you taking your audience into that forest with your camera? You know, if you didn't think you were gonna find something like that. I mean, come on, you're not stupid. Don't try to treat your audience. I know that your audience are children. Their minds are not fully developed, not even close. But don't try to pull that bullshit. Don't try to tell people that you didn't know what you were doing because you obviously did know what you were doing. So okay, and the other thing is, obviously, just, dude, speak from the heart. You obviously see the guy's eyes. For somebody who's been on camera so long and does vlogging, it's not like he's doing like AVGN style game reviews or nostalgia critic reviews. You don't need a script. But you can clearly see that the guy has got a script in front of him. His eyes are like pinned to the screen. So, and it's like, guys, when I do a video, obviously I am not, that's what I credit myself on. There's no script. Even when I did a game review, there was no script. And maybe that might have been like, there might have been points in that video where I wasn't as consistent verbally as other game reviews on here. But you notice when you do see me, my eyes are never like pinned to the screen. They move around because it's like I'm having a real conversation. I'm talking to you guys, but you can clearly see that I'm not reading anything. So the thing is, what I'm saying, when you do an apology, they always say the apology should come from the heart, right? You shouldn't have to fish around for words. It's either you mean it or you don't. And this guy's eyes are pinned to his screen. He's looking straight dead ahead like shark eyes, and he's just he's reading off of something. whether it was a piece of paper or a teleprompter in front of him. He did not apologize from the heart about this. So it's just, you have to do the obligatory apology, of course, when you do something like this, or you risk severe backlash. I get that, but he's just gonna get more views from this, is what it is. It's like, so that he's really not that sorry. If this video didn't get the disparaging remarks and feedback and the huge backlash that it received, he would have just carried about his merry way. He would have not taken the video down. Obviously, he knew something was wrong with it because it wasn't monetized, which I'm finding very peculiar, and I want to know why exactly he did that. He wasn't making a message about suicide. It was like he was mocking it for a certain reason. He also goes on to apologize, and we know he's probably going to like donate to some charity or something like that, just like they all do. When they get caught doing something wrong. I don't really agree with that method. Boogie2988 said that you should donate to some type of suicide hotline or some type of suicide foundation. Something. It's like, at this point, just don't even bother. You guys know I've mentioned about charities, how I don't really believe in them. They're owned by people that we don't even know. We don't know where the money's going, and just by him donating, is that really going to make the situation better? Is that really? It's like, I rather people just not do this stuff in the first place. Forget about how they try to redeem themselves in the eyes. It's like, you did what you did, and it's like, okay, so you know what? We'll all move on from it. And it's like somebody said in my comments, it's like, the internet is going to act outrage, and they're going to move on to something else. And you're damn right about that. They're going to move on to something else. They're going to move on in a couple of months when the next outrage happens, the next outrage. And we all know that this is a little bit overboard. Like I said, he didn't kill this person. He just filmed them when they, post-mortem. So it's like, it's not as horrible as people are saying, but it's still pretty bad. It's in bad taste. And the thing is, what makes it such a big deal is that this is a person that has 15 million subscribers, easily clears, a million views per video, easily. And there's like no videos that he has that's, any fewer than that. um and it's like, he's allowed to prosper on here, basically. People make videos about giving opinions, and their videos are torn down and they're demonetized, but people like this are still allowed to prosper. All they have to do is just apologize. People are, when you reach a certain level of celebrity, or notoriety here on YouTube or any other platform for that matter, in any other medium, you're held to a different standard. And I've talked about this time and time again when it comes to Hollywood, or other people. It's just, you're held to a different standard. There is a clear double standard for everybody else on YouTube, and the elitists on here, and they're going to be able to get away with stuff while everybody else has to abide by the rules, because it's pretty apparent Logan Paul doesn't have to play by the rules. He's already reached the upper echelons where it doesn't really apply to him. Like I said, his apology video still made it onto trending. Not only did the disgusting video, you would think that YouTube would put this guy in the background. And that's what I'm saying. I have to come out and say it. YouTube is fucked up. You're fucked up, guys, because, the thing is, you are actually giving this guy a platform to get even more views. The guy should go to the back of the line. He fucked up. He did something bad. He could have thought before he posted. He could have thought before. Forget about putting the video up. He could have thought before he filmed it. And it's like, he didn't even edit the video, didn't even edit out the laughter. I mean, editing's a pain in the ass. Well, this guy has 15 million subscribers. The guy makes a lot of money. This guy could easily edit the video. He obviously has edited videos before in his YouTube career, so why not now? And that's what I'm really having a hard time getting past, is how the hell did this guy manage to not only break the rules, get on the trending list with the initial video, but then somehow not have to pay any price at all. And you know, it's like Scott Casey Gale said it. He said, you know, right in my comments, he said this guy should be punished for his actions by YouTube. I would say, you know, I don't want, you know, that he doesn't deserve any legal action taken against him, obviously, but there should be some form of punishment for doing something like this. Because if you're gonna punish everybody else on YouTube, if you really want to make a clear example of somebody, that would be the person. You know, like I said, I strongly believe that under the First Amendment that people should be allowed to post whatever they want. It's one thing if you want to put the you know, the parental guidance blocking thing, you know, like the 18 years and older, put an age restriction on the video. That is all fine and well, and I'd support something like that. I could definitely see that. So we make sure. But the thing is, at the end of the day, remove all that, because Logan Paul's audience is children. People that wouldn't normally have to put the age restriction on their video. Usually it's just lighthearted entertainment. Logan Paul's a goofball. He's a dummy, you know. He's just like in his videos. Just, you know, you could see this is a guy that he just got over on YouTube by being a total goof. You know, by entertaining children. There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead, entertain children. I'm all for that. Do it. But you know, this is not by any means to entertain children. Obviously not. Um, so that's what makes it all so confusing. But YouTube, you made sure that not only did that video slip under your radar somehow. I mean, you control the algorithms. Like I said, I don't want to hear that bullshit excuse. People say all the time, algorithms. Oh, it's all about algorithms. It's, you know, this, it's all, you know, you don't even know what an algorithm is. And you just, it's like Kramer on Seinfeld. It's a write-off. Oh, they just write it off. You don't even know what a write-off is, do you? That's what Jerry says to Kramer. It's the same thing when people say they blame everything on algorithms. Anything that's bad, algorithm. That's an algorithm. Oh, how did this get, you know, how did this pedophilia type of material get on YouTube? Oh, algorithm. You know, there's no justification for these things, so we just chalk it up to an algorithm. I'm sick of hearing that excuse already, because YouTube, you're so fast to demonetize a video. You're so fast to put that yellow question mark on people's videos. You're so quick to remove videos for being offensive. You know, but somehow, some way, you could film a dead body and it ends up on trending lists. And then the apology. The apology goes trending as well. Oh, very important to get the apology out there so the guy gets even more attention. But you can make the argument, but in the media, that's how it always is. These people like Scott Peterson and all the other scum of the earth, they get a lot of attention in the media. It doesn't matter. You know, they'll interview you know, serial killers in their jail cell, for God's sakes, you know, now on TV. There's no morals. There's no moral lining to anything. You know, nobody really has a moral switch. It's just, you know, whatever gets views, whatever draws attention, that's enough. You know, while other people suffer, other people prosper. And I don't think that's very fair. But anyway, guys, just want to wrap things up here. The whole Logan Paul thing is a total disaster. It shows how many people are hypocrites. It shows that celebrities are held to a higher standard here on YouTube. And, well, they don't really have to abide by any standard. But they're held up on a pedestal, and they're seemingly invulnerable to basically any type of taking any type of action from YouTube. You know, they're not liable. They're not held liable for anything they do. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. They don't have to answer for anything they do. They are allowed. They're Teflon, in other words. They're able to do whatever they want, and they don't have to worry about the repercussions from YouTube and their community guidelines. So, you know, Logan Paul is going to keep on making content. He's going to keep on doing what he's got to do. He's going to keep on trucking, basically. And, you know, and everybody else is still going to get demonetized. Everybody else is still going to get their videos removed. But, you know, old Logan Paul is going to sit over there sitting pretty, right? Nothing's going to happen to him because he's held, you know, in high regard, right? He's Teflon Logan, right? All right, guys. So there you go. what a disaster this whole situation is. YouTube really needs to clean up their act. I mean, this is just embarrassing at this point. That's all I got to say for right now, guys. Until next time.